Ever feel like you're putting everything you've got into your business, but still kind of struggling to get those customers, you know?
Yeah.
You pour your heart into your product, your service, your marketing, the whole nine yards, and still crickets. It's rough out there.
That's a common struggle for sure, especially these days. So much competition.
It's beyond frustrating. But what if I told you there's a way to totally flip that, to turn that struggle into like a steady stream of customers who are like perfect for what you offer?
Now you've got my attention.
That's what we're diving into today.
Yeah.
The amazing world of lead generation funnels. We've got this great article by Rodolfo Razin's 4 Secrets of High Converting Lead Generation Funnels.
High conversion is the name of the game, right? Razine's nailed it with that title.
Right. And it's not just like throwing stuff at the wall and praying something sticks. It's strategic. Like HubSpot found that businesses with a real lead generation strategy are, get this, 1.5 times more likely to see revenue growth.
See, that's the thing about that statistic, right? It kind of tells you those businesses are doing something different to not just attract anybody, but the right leads, the ones who actually become paying customers.
So it's not just about getting your name out there, it's about getting it in front of the right eyes.
100%. And that's where resin starts, actually, with understanding your audience. Seems basic, but
Yeah, like you always hear, you can't be everything to everyone. You got to know who you're talking to.
exactly. Resins talks about buyer personas and not just the surface stuff, but going deep. Their motivations, what keeps them up at night, what they really want.
So instead of just shouting into the void, you're having a real conversation with someone who's actually interested in what you have to say.
And that's what gets results. Content Marketing Institute, they found that businesses using those detailed buyer personas, they create more targeted content and see way higher conversion rates.
Makes sense, right? The better you know your audience, the better you can speak their language.
Okay, so we've figured out our ideal customer. How do we actually reach them? Lure them in, so to speak.
Well, Razines calls them irresistible offers or lead magnets.
Ooh, I like that. So it's like you're giving away something so good, so valuable, that people are willing to hand over their contact info just to get it.
You got it.
I'm intrigued. Give me some examples. What kind of irresistible offers are we talking about here? Think ebooks, webinars, exclusive discounts, maybe even a free trial if you're feeling generous. The key is it's got to provide real value to your target audience, address their pain points directly.
And it has to be something that they can't resist clicking on, right? Because you could have like the best lead magnet ever, but if people don't know what to do with it.
Totally. It's all about that call to action, right? Got to be crystal clear. WordStream, they found a strong call to action can boost those conversion rates by like 121%. That's not a little bump, that's a whole different ballgame.
Wow, that's huge. So it's not just, hey, free ebook. It's click right here to download your free ebook and learn the secrets to amazing outcome.
Now you're getting it. Make it super clear what they need to do, what's in it for them, and boom, way more likely to take action.
Make it easy to say yes. Okay, so we've lured them in with this amazing offer, clear instructions. We're done.
Rolled your horses? Resins is big on this. Lead generation, it's not a one-and-done thing. It's a process, a journey.
Right, we can't just attract them and then like ghost them.
Yeah.
Got to nurture those leads, build a relationship.
Exactly. Guide them through the funnel from, interesting, all the way to, I'm a customer for life. And the numbers back it up. Aberdeen Group found that companies that are nailing that lead nurturing, they're getting like 50% more sales-ready leads, but for 33% less cost.
So it's about making them feel valued, heard, understood even. How do we even do that, though? It's not like we're sending them love letters, right?
Definitely not. Think of it more like, well, Resins has these 5 hacks, right? Actionable stuff to make lead nurturing actually enjoyable. First up, documenting those customer touch points.
Okay, gotta admit, that sounds a little jargony. Break it down for me. What are customer touch points?
Basically, it's like a map of every interaction a potential customer has with your brand. From the very first time they see you, maybe a social media ad or something, to that beautiful moment they click, buy now.
So every visit to your website, every email they open or, send straight to trash, every blog post, it's like you're piecing together their journey.
Exactly. And when you document it all, you start to see patterns, preferences. It's gold. Lets you tailor your communication so it's actually relevant to them.
It's like you're saying, we see you, we get you. And because of that, we can give you exactly what you need right when you need it.
Bingo. And that leads us to Razine's second hack, using data to actually improve that buying experience.
This is where things get really interesting. We're not just guessing anymore. We're using cold, hard data to see what's working, what's not, and how to get better.
Data is king, tracking those key metrics. Website traffic, lead conversions, customer lifetime value. That's how you fine-tune everything, make it sing.
No more throwing spaghetti at the wall and hoping for the best. Now we're chefs, crafting the perfect customer experience. It's like fine dining for your leads, right? Making sure they feel pampered every step of the way.
Exactly. And that whole personalization thing, that goes right back to Rosina's third hack, actually. Really understanding those buyer personas.
Right, we talked about that earlier, but it keeps coming up. Why is it so important for him?
Because when it comes to lead generation, the more you know, the better. You got to get inside their heads, their why, their what ifs, their dream outcomes. Then you can tailor your message so it really sings to them.
Like you're reading their minds, almost.
Exactly. They feel seen, heard. That builds trust, which is huge for turning leads into, loyal customers. Now, hack number 4. This one's interesting. Rosine says, don't be a commodity.
Okay, what does that even mean?
Yeah.
How do you avoid being a commodity when there's like a million other businesses doing similar things?
It's about standing out, right? Not just with your product or service, but with your whole vibe, your brand, your values, what makes you you.
So not just a solution, but the solution.
Bingo. Become the go-to expert, the thought leader in your niche. Share valuable content, engage with your audience, show them what you know.
Become the Yoda of your industry. I like it. And then, last but not least, Rosine says, we got to show off what our offer is really worth.
It's not enough to just talk about it, you got to demonstrate it. What problem are you solving? How will their life actually improve? Paint that picture.
Show them the after photo, the dream outcome. It's about connecting on that emotional level, really understanding what makes them tick.
And when they get it, when they see the value, choosing you just makes sense.
This has been awesome. We covered so much. Knowing your audience, using data, becoming the Yoda, Rosine's really brought the goods.
He did. And I know it can seem overwhelming, all 5 hacks at once. Start small, pick one that speaks to you, and really nail it.
Exactly. Test it out, see what happens, tweak as you go.
And remember, this whole lead generation thing, it's always changing. Stay curious, stay informed, don't be afraid to experiment.
Love it. It's been a blast diving deep with you. To everyone listening, keep exploring, keep testing, and keep those leads rolling in.